Yo, yo, yo. What up, peoples? What's going on, man? Happy Monday. I hope you guys had a great weekend, man. Hope the week's starting well. What up, Ferret? Yo, did you see what I hit you up in Discord this morning, dude? I figured you probably saw it. I was up early, man. I was up early. I've been trying to get runs in a few times a week in the morning, and I was up early and I was like kind of doing a cool down this morning, man. I was running through some. Yeah, I know. That's why I tagged you in it. Yeah, we've talked about it a lot. It's a legendary video, dude. Yeah, it's so epic. I love seeing it all the time. And I hadn't seen it in a while, and it popped up on my shorts feed, and I was like, oh, bro, there's no way that I can't put this in Discord this morning and tag Ferret in it, you know? We've talked about that video so many times. It's literally like every year that Evo comes up, you know, since we've been friends. Every year that Evo comes up, we talk about Evo, we talk about that that set, dude. It's funny. So I couldn't not tag you in it, dude. Yeah, but it was cool to see that this morning. Starting off on the right foot on a Monday, you know what I mean? Pretty good. It's good to see you, buddy. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope your weekend was good. Hope your week's starting right. And we're going to pop it off this morning for video gaming news for March 25th. And then we'll dive into what is going to be... Dude, this is like day 4, right? Wait. What? Why did that look weird? Yeah, this should be day 4. My stream elements hadn't caught up yet this morning. That's weird. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, it would have been insane, bro. Yeah, it would have been nuts. Yeah. What's funny about that video, too, is like everybody thinks that he's going to get wrecked. You know what I mean? So they're like going nuts. And then, you know, the amount of hype that gets generated off the fact that everybody gets proven wrong, you know, with the perfect blocks off of that is just insane, with the place just going bonkers, you know. It's really, really cool how that worked out. It's pretty nuts, pretty crazy. But yeah, you're absolutely right, dude. So we're about to pop it off here, man. We'll go to video gaming news for today, and then it'll be day 4 of Dragon's Dogma 2, man. The game's it's a banger, dude. I gotta say, I am absolutely jonesing out for more of this every single day. I don't want to quit playing it, man. You're right, yeah, dude. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, because the timing that you had to get in there to get the parries in, were insanely tight, right? And to make it happen was, I mean, that just cemented him as a god, you know what I mean? Like forever, ever. That's just insane to see somebody do that, right? It's crazy, man. Yeah, it was wild, bro. It's such a cool thing to see. The counterback, yeah, exactly, dude. Yeah, it was so good. So I don't know, man. Let's do this. Let's hop in here. We'll have a great day. I'm just so stoked to get back into Dragon's Dogma 2. The game feels so good. It's got some performance issues. I do not like being in cities. It sucks. I do not like seeing microtransactions in the game. That sucks. But the content, dude, is definitely there. It feels really good. It does. So I do think that so far, with how many hours I have in the game, which is roughly 18 at this point, I think. Where are we at? 17 and a half hours. Right now, I would say that this game is a legit award-winning, sweeping award-winning contender for the types of content I've seen over the past couple of years and what I'm experiencing in this game. I'm expecting it to be a high contender for winning numerous awards for this year's gaming industry, you know, releases. And we have a lot of year left. There's 9 months left. You know, there's a lot to see, a lot that's still going to come out. We've had some bangers already. There's a lot, like Helldivers 2. Of course, we're talking about different genres. Helldivers 2, Pal World. Dude, Pal World cannot go unrecognized here for an indie game. Holy crap. But you know, Dragon's Dogma 2 is whoa, dude, it's the content is amazing. So you know, we've had some good stuff already. We've had some not so good stuff already as well. But we've got a lot of gear left, man, and we'll see what comes. But Dragon's Dogma 2 is some good stuff. I can't wait to get in there and play some more today, but we can't do it till we do video gaming news. So let's get in here and do the thing, man. Let's go. That is not what I need to have up. This is, though. Yeah, well, I mean, to be fair, I'm not totally against microtransactions. There are acceptable methods of incorporating microtransactions in certain types of games, and then there really are unacceptable microtransactions. Dragon's Dogma 2, Capcom, you know, that don't need to be there. You know what I mean? It's just, we've talked about this over and over and over. I'm not gonna dive into it today. I'm kind of burnt out on it. I don't know. Feels like screaming into the void a little bit, you know, eventually. Extended hours of video gameplay linked to negative physical symptoms. I think this is why it's important for people to understand that you've got to be physically active as well. Look, it's not, you know, obviously video games are something that prompt you to sit around and be just kind of lethargically in large part. There are some video games that don't, you know, VR is something that is you know, prompting people to be more active while they play games. You know, there are systems that have come out like the Wii, right, that were very, very built around getting people to be more physically active while they play games. But in large part, video games are something that promote people just being kind of lethargic while they sit around and don't move most of their body, right? Now, it is very good for your brain. Most games are very good for mental activity, but that's why I think it's important. Yeah, yep, dude, the Wii was awesome. Yeah, it was good for stuff like that. You know, there are other examples too, but Wii's a great one. And I think that I've even started to notice, you know, that I need to be more physically active, which is why I'm starting to, you know, I used to be much more physically active in the past than I have been over the past few years since I've been streaming full time. And I'm finding out that I need to be more physically active. And so I think it's one of those things where you have to make time to get it in, right? You have to make time to get it in because it will start negatively affecting you if you don't get it in. But that's what I talk about all the time in all forms and fashions of what life offers. It's about moderation, right? It's about moderation and knowing where you have to take care of yourself. You have to take care of your responsibilities. You have to do things to make sure that you're staying healthy, taking care of your responsibilities, not overdoing certain things, right? I mean, it comes in everybody's own life and situation is a bit different. It's very, you know, subjective. But I can tell you, I've experienced it. I've experienced this, right? And I do feel better. I'm getting up earlier than I used to. I'm going for, and it's nothing extensive. I'm taking it kind of easy. I'm out of shape, man. I'm out of. I am a different shape than I used to be, which is okay. I'm not totally like put off by that. But just the way I feel physically is something that I think it has prompted me, you know, to be a bit more physically active, and it's the degrading of how I do feel physically that is the prompting of it. And I do feel better. Getting up, doing a little bit more physical activity here and there is something that I think is important for people that do play a lot of video games. You got to make sure you're getting the physical activity in, man. It's important for your health. It does make you feel better too. It's not always easy to find the time. I didn't want to get up this morning at 4:15. You know what I mean? I didn't want to get up this morning at 4:15 a.m. But I did it. I'm not gonna lie. I woke up and it seemed kind of like I could tell the weather was a little bit off. I looked at my phone and I was like, oh, we had like a wind advisory. It's looking like it's going to rain the next 2 days, and it looked like it might already be raining, and I wasn't sure, and I was like, oh, dude, I don't know if I want to run in this. Could just go back to sleep. Could just pass back out, you know? But I looked outside. It hadn't started raining yet. I was like, all right, man, let's go do this. So I went for a little jog. Haven't been running, but you've been walking. Yeah, that's good. I mean, like I said, everything's different for everybody. We all. I think, you know, it's all kind of comes down to what you need, what you feel like you need, and I think a big part of it is listening to your body and taking things step by step. You know, being physically active doesn't mean that you have to be incredibly, you know, like just hyperactive all the time. It's about, you know, working your way towards certain objectives and goals and setting, you know, achievable goals, I think. Especially if you've, you know, I mean, even for myself, somebody that used to be, I mean, dude, back in the day, I was a gym rat, dude. You know, I've always hated running, bro. I've always hated running. My wife's a runner. She's always been a good long distance runner. She's done marathons, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. And I've been a decent runner in my life. Like, I can do decent distance running, like mile, 2 miles, stuff like that. But dude, I'm spent after that. Like, I'm done. I've watched my wife go do like half marathons, and I'm like, no. Why? You know? And I've never enjoyed running either. It's not something. I've always been more into, like, you know, just either lifting weights or doing things that are more body weight focused kinds of exercises. You know what I mean? Where you have a little rest in between to keep the heart rate up and get the cardio in that way. Running is not my jam, dude. I have always disliked it, but I need it. That's the difference. I understand that I need it. I need to be more physically active, and so it helps me. But like I said, I think making your goals achievable, no matter what shape you're in, where you're starting at, where you're currently at in your fitness or your health or whatever, it's about knowing what you can achieve and setting those goals and then working your way up from there, right? That's important. And rest is important. Getting that schedule going is what's really hard. Sticking to that schedule is hard. Rest is very important, though. You know, it really is. I learned that the hard way when I was younger. I pushed myself too hard. And I don't know. I had to learn how to listen to my body more and rest more. And nowadays it's more about that. It's more about, you know, trying to get back into some kind of schedule where I'm getting fitness in but not pushing myself too hard. And I need to be better about it. I'm trying to get there. It's slowly happening. Eating better a little bit, not less, but eating a little bit better, you know, and just working my way towards it. So I don't know. Everybody's got a bit of a different, just personally, depending on where you're at with your own physical self and everything, how to get to where you need to be and feel better about yourself. And but I do think you do feel better when you get something in occasionally. Now, I'm not trying to go nuts with it or anything, just a few days a week of getting some stuff in, man. But it is good for you. I let myself go too far. I did. is, oh, dude, I was like, wait. So the military life is what kind of burnt me out. Well, you know, they that's where I got myself burnt out on, you know, being in the gym all the time. Because, bro, I was in the gym 2 to 3 hours a day, like 6 days a week. I wasn't resting enough. And I would push through like injuries and things like that I probably shouldn't have been. And, I burnt myself out on it because I was spending that much time in the gym, and then I was spending more time even after that doing like meal prep. Bro, I was crushing calories. It was a stupid amount, like 4,000 or 5,000 calories a day, trying to gain weight while I was working out all the time and stuff, which didn't help a whole lot. My body was just slaughtering calories, dude. It was insane. I'm talking to the point where I was walking around all day long with protein shakes that had oatmeal in them to soak up the protein. So I was basically chewing protein shakes all day long while I was eating meals and everything too. It was insane. It sucked. I got super burnt out. We've talked about the upcoming Rise of Hydra Marvel game. Gaming Bibles clickbait. We've been hearing a lot of stuff about Resident Evil 9 might be it looks like actually they're embracing an open world gameplay scenario for their next Resident Evil game. And this is what I'm more concerned with. Microtransactions. This is Capcom, and we've seen where Capcom's headed. We've seen it now with it an even greater implementation of unnecessary microtransactions, and the way that they're building their games around trying to make people feel like they need microtransactions in these types of games, which is disgusting. And how do you think Resident Evil 9 is going to turn out? A DLC to Bibles? I mean, you know, you put a lull in there, dog, but did you? I mean, they've already done that with some of the previous RE remakes. Not bullets, but guns. Did you know that? Pay to win, dude. I didn't realize it until Soup told me the other day. But they've done DLC microtransaction pay to win in the RE remakes, dude. Apparently. Let's see if we can find it. Actually, it'd probably be easier to just do a Google search of it. One second, guys. 1 second. All right. Yeah. Whoa, look who it is, dude. I mean, they haven't always had microtransactions, but it's been getting worse and worse. Yeah, super, yeah. What's up, dude? It's been a minute. How you been, buddy?
Now that we're friends again, is it okay if I pet you?
Dude. Howdy. Yeah, I had to get the snoggins in, dude. My snoggins with the wife. Yeah, the wife's taking off for work, dude. I had to go be like, yo, what up?
Super Donut 211.
Living.
Resubscribe.
L-I-V-I-N.
Howdy.
Yeah, me too, baby. Yeah. I'm living my best life, brother. Yeah, it's good to see you, dude. Holy crappers. 5-month resubby, dude. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Incredible. Yeah, so what was it, the RE4? Which one was it? The one that Soup was telling me about? A microtransaction unlock infinite ammo in RE2 remake. Let's see this. Yeah, it's getting real gross with Capcom, dude. They're getting really, really disgusting. They're getting really bad. It's, you know, I haven't played the RE remake game, so I wasn't as aware about this, but yeah. All the remakes had pay-to-win DLC. Ooh. Oh, bro, how disgusting. You can pay $2.99 to ruin the best part of the entire game. Thanks to the new weapon exclusive upgrade tickets, which are now available for $3 a pop, or in bundles of 3 or 5, offering minor discounts, you can instantly acquire the exclusive upgrade for any weapon, regardless of how much you've upgraded it. These tickets are added to your treasure inventory, will be available across all your save files. Ain't microtransactions great? Oh, Jesus. This is that, yo, don't worry about it. You don't need to get good at video games. Right? You don't need to get good at video games. You can just buy your way through them. This is the reason why. This is that instant gratification. Go ahead and just, you know, run hacks and ruin everybody else's experience. These are those people that will buy this crap. You know what I'm saying? Exactly, Super. Exactly. Yeah. Yep. My dude. What up, Pinky? What's up, brother? Yo, what level you on now, dude? Did you even sleep last night? Pinky's playing DD2 as well, man. Yeah, I mean, it's gross, dude. I haven't been as hyper aware of the I'm sure I've touched on a little bit of it through the news over the past couple of years from the remake stuff, but it just hasn't been as in my face because I haven't played those games, you know? Level 30? Okay, word. I got some work to do, huh? Got some work to do. Do you ever sleep, bro? No got bog changes? Alright, very recommend. Cool. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. I'll grab him this morning first thing. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Solid, dude. Solid. How's oh, okay. That's I figured it was big, but I wasn't sure if that was like an acronym for something. Yeah. Yeah. How is Antics doing, dude? Is Antics a little bit of a nice upgrade after I topped him off yesterday? Typing while looking for cars around is hard. Brother, pay attention. God dang, dude. The only thing I liked about them is there was a challenge system. Once you complete the main game and have been beaten enough challenges, you can buy more OP guns or cheats for New Game Plus, which felt nicer. Yeah, look, I mean, I think the thing about it is like, the difference being back in the day, the heyday of gaming, right? Take it for instance, like what you're talking about, Super. It would have been more like, yo, finish the game, then in New Game Plus you'll unlock a challenge system, and if you play New Game Plus, we will you know, give you the ability to unlock these other, you know, OP guns to use in the challenge system as well. It wouldn't have been something you needed to buy, right? it would have been unlockables as long as you kept playing the game. Yeah, that was something that would have been incorporated. Now Capcom's like, let's just see how much we can build the games around enticing people to buy things. That's their methodology now, right? That's kind of what their MO is becoming. Yeah. Yeah. It's just, let's build the games around these mechanics that make people feel like, for quality of life purposes, they need to buy into these microtransactions. And that sucks, dude. That's flipping terrible. I will not spend a cent on microtransactions in Dragon's Dogma 2. I don't feel like it's necessary. Thank God. Otherwise, I would have refunded the game right away. But let me tell you something. With where Capcom is at with these microtransactions right now, it will not be long. It will not be very long before Capcom is at a point where it is legit necessary to buy these microtransactions. And I mean, look, I've compared what they're doing now to what we're going to see moving forward and what we've already seen from some other companies. Like, we've talked about Infinite Wealth, right? And that's not Capcom, that's RGG and Sega. But Infinite Wealth is doing, I mean, let's just talk about what's happening in the industry, right? So, RGG and Infinite Wealth are paywalling New Game Plus in that game. If you buy the base edition of that game, you don't get New Game Plus. What? You only get New Game Plus if you buy into the higher editions of the game, like the Deluxe Edition or the Collector's Editions or whatever. That's actually asinine. What the crap? And now you're talking about the stuff that Capcom's been doing for a while and is doing with Dragon's Dogma 2, which is even more invasive and getting more and more gross. We've seen them headed this way for a while. Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, you didn't know that? Yeah, check it out, dog. There are a lot of articles about it that came out at the first of the year, dude. Hey, Ro, what's up, buddy? It's not just weird. It's disgusting. There are a lot of articles, dude. Where's the one that we covered? There's another one. This is the other one that we covered back in January. Both of these articles will give you an idea of what's happening here, dude. I've been very, very vocal about how people shouldn't be buying this game. This is not something to support, right? This is disgusting. And the way that this is headed with microtransactions and paywalling stuff like New Game Plus, dude, what comes next? You know what I mean? Really, the kinds of things that we're seeing with like what Capcom's doing, microtransactions in the game, and the way they're headed with this stuff, what comes next is paywalling things like FPS games come out, you know, and it's like, well, you can still complete the game playing an FPS game with an FOV setting of 80 or 75, but if you pay us $5, we'll unlock an FOV slider for you. You know what I mean? It's not really that much different. You know? These companies are seeing, these big, scummy, gross corporations are seeing these quality of life options that they can build their games around as a way to monetize us. It's disgusting, right? Well, and that's the problem too, Super. And I talked about this over the past couple of news segments because I know you haven't been around for a little bit, but I've talked about this too. The problem is, look, Capcom's cooked, dude. They're done. They're not the company, and we've seen this happen with other companies, right? For anybody else hanging out as well. I mean, we've talked about this. Capcom's cooked. They're not the Capcom of old. Right? But we've seen this happen with other companies too. So the reason Capcom is who they are is because they have so many iconic banger franchises that we fell in love with over the years. You know, Resident Evil, Street Fighter, you know, the Monster Hunter World stuff. I mean, you name it. The list goes on and on and on, right? And so once upon a time, they were a company focused on not just being a great business, but being a great business that took care of us as gaming enthusiasts and the people who literally made them who they are as a business, right? That sentiment is gone for them. It's gone. They don't care about taking care of us. They see us as expendable. They see themselves as too big. They see themselves as too big because their franchises are too desirable. And so they don't care anymore about what we want or need as far as their content goes. It's all about how much money they can get out of us, right? Exactly, Super. I use them as an example as well as somebody that we should be looking towards, you know what I mean? As a good company, right? So when you take a look at like what's happening with Capcom, and dude, I've got articles, man, on the YouTube page where we've seen them being headed this way between like what's happened with Exoprimal, dude, that was a cash grab. It was so obvious. Their CEO, COO talking about how they need to be getting more money out of their consumers, you know, after even raising the AAA price tag. They want to go above that. It's like, oh my God, dude. They've had some really gross quotes come out. You know, Capcom's cooked, dog. They are spent. They are not the company that we used to love, right? Yo, Peter, what's up, friendo? Reminds you of net neutrality talk. Yeah, it is kind of the same. You know, it has similarities to it for sure, Ferret. Peter, what's up, dude? How was your weekend, man? So, you know, the same way that where we're headed Capcom going right now is the same way that we've seen a lot of these corporations go in the game development industry, right? So you talk about companies like EA, right? You remember the banger titles that EA had back in the day that made them so big in the first place? You talk about like the Dungeon Keeper stuff, Sim City, The Sims way back, Command and Conquer stuff. You remember all the games they were making back then? You know, that everybody was playing EA titles, right? Then they got huge, then they quit caring about us, and now they're just a soulless, scummy-ass corporation. All they want to do is just pull everybody's money out of their wallets, right? Everybody. Yeah. I mean, the list goes on and on. Same thing with Capcom. List goes on and on and on with all the banger titles that got them to where they are, right? Blizzard as well. Blizzard's the one that hurts me the most. You know, go back and take a look at Blizzard, who they were to begin with and who they are today. It's terrible. But it's not like this is something that we haven't seen happen time and time again. This is something that is a formula, a recipe for disaster, dude, that we've watched happen over and over and over again. And it's disgusting. But this is the problem, right? Here's the problem in this. Now, like I said, these companies get so big. Yeah. I got to where Ultimate Series was awesome till EA bought them. There you go, Ferret. Yep. Reject, what's up, buddy? How was your weekend, dude? You know, I mean, dude, I was diehard Blizzard until I stood in line at midnight, bought Diablo 3 and played it and was like, this is trash. And then I uninstalled it. And then I started watching Blizzard. They went through that entire, you know, mismanagement, misogynistic, crunch culture, treating their employees like trash. And, you know, they totally lost their way. Then into the incredibly disgusting pay-to-win stuff with like Diablo Immortal. And I was like, bro, Blizzard's totally... I won't even play their games anymore. I won't even play them. As much as I wanted to try Diablo 4, because Diablo 1 and 2 are like two of the top five favorite games for me all time, you know? And dude, I played like Warcraft 2, StarCraft, you know, the original Warcraft games, World of Warcraft when it first came out through the first two expansions. Dude, I loved Blizzard, you know? I won't play their games anymore. Do you guys exactly super? The Ferret, where you at, dog? Ferret says this all the time when I rant about Blizzard. You know what I mean? It's literally the meme, dude, for everybody. It's so funny. Yeah, that's what I've heard. Super. Yep. That's what I've heard. And you know, it's unfortunate. And you know, random mode time, guys. Let's go. Oh, dude, we got that Peepo clap. Or the big brother. Get them in there and you get a free sub. You know, it's just, but it's not like Blizzard's the only one to have it happen. It's the one that hurts me the most. But dude, I've seen Capcom falling out of grace with us for a long time. Square Enix is on their way too, which hurts me because I'm a Final Fantasy fan from FF1 days, dude. You know, it's not like these companies aren't still producing some decent content, but they are trending in very, very, very bad directions. You know what I mean? And the thing that sucks about it is they have gotten so big. They do have so many banger iconic franchises that makes them feel untouchable, you know? Like they can do whatever they want anymore and it won't affect them. And that sucks for us, dude. That sucks for us. Right, yeah, super, yep. Reject, that's right. Reject's got it on point, dude. Peepo Riot, we're already ranting this morning, dude. Reject, like, let's get him, dude. Love it, bro. That's funny, dog. Yeah. So, I mean, I think this is, you know, it's important, in my opinion, as somebody who takes a deep dive into this industry all the time. And you made a great example, Super. I think Larian's a banger company. You know, they make great content. And look, I'll even say the difference between Larian and another company that I'm going to point out right now is that Larian is independent. Larian's independent, and that sets them up for success because they're able to do what they want when they want, and they don't have anybody hovering over them, right? As opposed to who I'm going to talk about right now in Tango. Tango is a subsidiary of, you know, the whole Bethesda, ZeniMax, who's owned by Microsoft. They're in a tiered kind of hierarchy, right, under Microsoft, which is weird. But Tango does good stuff, dude. You know, it's important, I think, for us to take care of and, you know, look at and shine a light on these developers in the industry that are doing good by us and let these bad ones kind of fall off. It sucks because they do have so many great iconic franchises, but dude, it's so terrible to watch what they do to us because they just don't care about us anymore. They see us as expendable, you know, not as what we should be looked at as being cared for, because we're the ones that legitimately are the ones that put them in the position they're at in the first place. Without us, they'd be nothing as the consumer and gaming enthusiast, right? It's really, really weird. Tango, if you don't know who Tango is, right? Oh, bro, I've talked about Rocksteady. Rocksteady, I told everybody not to buy Suicide Squad. There were too many red flags. That was a bad one. Well, let me see everything you said. Arkham, yeah, I mean, it was such a bait play. WB, bro, WB's gross. They're gross. Yeah. Yep. I told everybody not to buy it, dude. I told everybody not to buy it. I'm not always right, but I'm pretty good I've been doing this for quite a while, just diving into the industry, looking at indicators that are usually the things that tell you a game is going to be subpar, mediocre at best. Suicide Squad had a lot of indicators that were bad. And, you know, we've got WB sitting behind Rocksteady that so many people fell in love with for the Arkham games. And here, I've got a funny clip for you, Super. Here, check this out. You'll love this, by the way. This is actually hilarious. We found this the other day. Jesus Christ. You're going to love this. But that's what I've been kind of. Well, and that's where you know, Farrah, you know, you're in here every day, and I tell everybody all the time. unless you're super comfortable with, over the recent history, what a company has done for you with releases, nobody should be pre-ordering from a company unless you feel that way, right? We're the only ones that can protect ourselves. There's no organizations, there's no regulatory committees or anything like that that are going to protect us from these companies that scam us with not following through with the content they promise, that it doesn't show up in the games, or the subpar performance because they release games unfinished, where we get baited all the time, right? So the only thing we can do is pay attention to the companies that do right by us, support those companies, and let the other ones fall by the wayside. We can only protect ourselves, right? Unfortunately, it takes a united front in large part to get that kind of thing done. And there are so many people that buy into the crap-ass games, the dumpster fires that just have a popular name like Call of Duty, or, you know, things like that. Jedi, it says Star Wars on it, I'll buy it. It says Call of Duty on it, I'll buy it. And most of them are trash, you know? And people don't wait until the games come out to find out whether they're good or not. They pre-order. It's crazy, you know? And so, I mean, I talk about that all the time. It's brutal to see people continue to support some of these really, really bad companies. Back to the WB thing. I mean, you know, Rocksteady, it's terrible to see it. It sucks. So many people love Rocksteady for the Batman Arkham games, right? But it was just so obvious what Suicide Squad was going to be. And WB has been very, very blatantly vocal and upfront about the fact that they want to turn almost every game they make into a live service game. So if anybody is a fan of a WB franchise, and there's a lot of them that WB has their thumb over, right? Then get prepared for the fact that you're probably going to be getting Suicide Squad quality content. You know, it's unfortunate. Now, we do have Wonder Woman coming out, which is going to be something more along the lines of like the Shadow of Mordor games and stuff. They're using the Nemesis system, and it will be single player. But a lot of the other stuff coming out is going to be games as a service crap, dude. WB's crap, Blizzard's crap, Ubi's crap, EA's crap, Capcom's turning to crap, Square Enix is turning to trash. It's all these companies, dude, are turning into just big hot dumpster fires, man. And they'll continue to do it as long as they get away with it. Spider-Man had great movement systems, easy to reach upper limit.
Step it up. Step it up.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think it was like the worst game to ever release. You know what I mean? But it should have been way better than what it was. Right? I mean, you're talking about, this is the thing. You're talking about a game where they were trying to bait people into believing the premise in Suicide Squad that they were building this game for the long haul, you know, but then they're selling it at a AAA price point or higher, baiting people with $100 price tag to be really, honestly, final beta testers, a 3-day early access final beta tester. That's what that is all the time. Don't get baited by that. That's a final beta testing. That's all you're buying into. Most of the time, it's a bad gamble. Just like with Suicide Squad, most people couldn't even get into the servers, right? And if they were really worried about creating a large player base for that game, which is what they should have been focused on, that price tag would not have been even close to a AAA price tag. They would have been able to. What they found was that closer to the release of that game, they knew that the game was not going to be good enough to pull in a large player base. So they went, slap a AAA price tag on it. That way we can recoup as much expense as possible. Same thing that Ubi did with Skull and Bones. You know? Same exact thing, dude. Whoa! The patch announced? What up, Soup? I was looking this morning, I didn't see anything. Wait, what?
Step it up. Step it up. Step it up. Step it up.
Step it up. Step it up. All Ubi's quadruple A game. Yeah. Wait, what? Oh yeah, super. You haven't read that? Yeah. Check it out, dude. We just touched on it in the news the other day. I'll pull up an article for you. Hold on. Yeah, Nemesis system's going to be in the Wonder Woman game. Yeah. They pushed out a thing on Steam. Did they? I might need to refresh here. Oh, you got this? Let's go, Doc. Yeah, just saying. Let me see if I can get this for a Super Donut real quick. Oh, cool. Yo, thanks, Soup. Appreciate you. True, what's up, friendo? Nice, dude. Let's go. Is this talking about the... Yeah. Yep, here you go. This is for you, Super. Let's go, buddy. Got you, Doc. Wonder Boatman. There you go. Yo, right there, that article I just linked in chat. We had already touched on this a little bit ago. We've known this for a while, but yeah, Wonder Woman game coming out from the same people that made the Shadow of Mordor game, and under WB, same studio. And it's going to be single player, Nemesis, all that stuff. The Wiener Brothers. Yeah. So hopefully it'll be decent. Dude. Yeah. What else were we saying in chat here? Yo, thanks for the Dragon's Dogma stuff. Yo, nice. Pinky and Soup. Thanks, guys. Sick. Yeah, I'll try to see if I can pull it up on Steam as well. We'll see. Oh, the generative AI stuff. Yeah. We've talked so much about AI in the industry too, dude. Look, I mean, there are ethical ways to do it, and there are very unethical ways to do it. And I think that, to an extent, we all have to accept the fact that AI is going to be used to generate entertainment content moving forward. It's being used in, I think, greater capacity than most of us realize right now. But the point I think that we have to try and really kind of embrace and push upon these large corporations is to do it in an ethical way. That's the big point. They're not going to quit doing it. We need to make them do it in an ethical fashion. What else do we have here? Thanks, guys, about the DD2 stuff. True, what's up, man? B-Day streak. It's your B-Day? What? 120 stream streak? Oh, we're going streaking! Come on, let's go! Through the quad, to the gymnasium! Holy crap, dude. Yo. Incredible. 120 stream streak. Yo, what? Pinky came in here this morning. Yo. Pinky came in here this morning, True. I don't know if you saw it or not. This is what Pinky said. Pinky said, what did you say, dude? Something about the stream streak or whatever. Putting it to True. I can't remember where we at, dude. True isn't even close. But Pinky's on a 10 stream streak. True isn't even close. Yeah. And True comes in with a 120. That's funny. Yo, happy birthday. Happy birthday, yo. Incredible. Yo, 25 years old today. Looking great, True. Looking great. Yeah. Phil's birthday, man. Let's go. Everybody get your birthday wishes in there. Yo, wait. I was going to say you're a roller when someone in my class was telling me not to use those brushes for cosplay. Don't want to risk CBT. All right, let's keep looking here, dude. Let's see what articles we can pull up for the day. That's a good talk to start the day. I mean, you know, it's we were already ranting about microtransactions, and it got us way deep, dude, into the scummy corporation talk, man. It's, you know, it's inevitable. It happens in here all the time, but for what we want and what we, you know, what we, the reasons we do this and what we want to support here, I mean, it's inevitable that we talk about this all the time, right? You got to support the good companies. And what I was saying before, you know, somebody like Tango as well, you have to look at companies like Larian, companies like Tango. Tango, you know, it's a company I fell in love with because of like stuff like The Evil Within. And then they brought Ghostwire Tokyo, which I didn't play, but I heard was pretty decent. Then they shadow dropped last year at the beginning of the year Hi-Fi Rush on us. As a AAA developer, shadow dropping a game like Hi-Fi Rush at a $30 price point, less than half of a AAA price tag, you know, with very little promotion, and just gave us an amazing title to play at a very respectable price point. You got to respect stuff like that, you know. There's still good companies out there, but it feels terrible to try and sift through them whenever there's so many just juggernaut greed monsters out there nowadays, you know. What is Hi-Fi Rush? Oh, bro. Well, you know, it is basically like a hack and slash to the beat kind of game is what it is. Yeah, it's very good, dude. It's very good. Highly recommend. There's a reason why it was up for so many awards last year and everything. Don't listen to Soup. Soup's always in here inciting violence. This is Soup, okay? This is Soup's mentality. Call of Duty's the best thing ever. Anything that's not a quadruple A game sucks. But then he'll go play Supermarket Simulator and try and act like that's what we should be looking at, and try to make everybody forget that he played it too. So don't listen to Soup, all right? He's inciting violence right now. Look, man, everybody needs to have dreams, Ferret, okay? Why are you trying to crush mine? You do play Supermarket. You're a McChicken, dude. This flipping dude. So Hi-Fi Rush is phenomenal. I played it right after it released. It was very good, dude. If it's definitely a game where you know, it's got a great, I think it's got great music. It's got a great visual aesthetic to it in the art style. It's very good with the characters it has. It's got a lot of nice the writing in it's pretty decent, you know, for what it is. It's comic book style stuff, you know. And wait, what did you say? Oh, there will be a Ganondorf game and Blizzard. No, bro. God dang. Jesus, you put that juju out there. That's bad news, dude. It'd be bad enough Nintendo making it, you know? Bro, how about that flipping that meme I put in chat or in Discord the other day between Bobby Kotick and the CEO of Nintendo and stuff? That was pretty funny. Yeah, it's got a story to it. No, not like a looter, not like yeah. No. Third person. Yep. Yeah, and to the beat. Yep. So everything you do, it's like you've got abilities that you unlock. It's got progression in it. It's a dope game. I would look it up, dude, and get an idea of what you'll be in for there. Here, I'll pull it up on Steam. Take a look at it, dude. It's very good. But it's like a hack and slash type of game, but you do everything kind of to the beat. You got a lot of different abilities you unlock and upgrade, things like that. Hi Jai. An amazing experience, dude, at $30 especially. You can see overwhelmingly positive, dude. Over 20,000 reviews. We're talking about like a hack and slash rhythm action game, right? Like I was kind of saying. Very good, dude. Very good. They've even had some DLC that came out towards, I think, the end of last year. Stuff like that. 90 on Metacritic, which Metacritic's kind of hit or miss nowadays, if you ask me. But there's your link, dude. Take a look at that, Super. Yeah. Yeah, it's got a story to it and everything. It's a lot of fun, dude. A lot of fun. Highly recommend. Very, very good game. Solid price point, too. All right, let's get back in here. What were we saying? It's the tax man, son. Is that what you're gonna start using? Yeah. Pinky. If Nintendo makes it, it'll be on the Wii U and you can't get it anymore. No, if Nintendo makes it, they'll put it on the Switch, and then you'll have to buy it again on the new Nintendo hardware. You know what I mean? We all know how that'll work. And then eventually it'll go away where you can't play it anymore, right? Yeah, that meme was hilarious. Yeah, it was good. Yeah, let's see what else we can find here. Let's go. Super, it's been good to see you, dude. You got to start hanging out more, man. We got the DL for you, dude, on all the video gaming stuff, man. Boatman GTA 6 is real? Yeah, really delayed, dude. Bro. Rockstar crunch him. Yeah, that's the other thing that Super was saying, right? Like Rockstar. Bro, we've talked so much trash about Rockstar too. Yep. That's... Oh, you weren't saying Rockstar. You said Rocksteady, yeah. Rockstar's another one of those companies that's gotten really kind of gross feeling too, man. Yeah. Rockstar, crunch them all. That's right. We talked about this. Yeah, that's what got us started on the rant, dude. The RE9 open world thing. I was like, dude, just wait for all the microtransactions in that. They got that $2 billion budget game. I don't think they're hitting $2 billion, dude. I don't think so. Oh, yeah, here's the update plans right here. Cool, it's already in an article. So we got the tweet and we got the... got it out of Video Games Chronicle too. Good. Here's the thing. Hopefully, it actually fixes stuff performance-wise. How many times does a game come out and it has some performance issues? And like I said, not that Dragon's Dogma 2 is unplayable, but it's definitely not meeting the expectations, especially for what they put out for recommended hardware. And how many times does something like this happen? And then they're like, oh, yeah, we got an update coming. You know, and everybody's like, well, finally. And then they push out the update, and it's like, yeah, you guys didn't change anything. You know? It's like, bro, the game feels the exact same. It's like, what did you do? You know? Hopefully it'll get some stuff feeling a little bit better. Like I said the other day, why is anybody even focusing on Dragon's Dogma 3 right now? The game released 4 days ago. Shut up! Days Gone developer Ben Studios working on a AAA live service game. Let's take a look at this. A trailer for Sonic Toys Party, a mobile game similar to Fall Guys, has seemingly leaked, and we all know that Soup will be playing this because it's mobile, and that's his favorite platform. Dragon's Dogma 3 will be a DLC to Dragon's Dogma 2 that'll cost $100, and then everything inside Dragon's Dogma 3 will also be DLC. This is what we're going to call nested Capcom DLC content. Yeah, bro. Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. Oh, man. Yeah, we need to learn Elvish. We've already run across an elf. I don't want spoilers for the game, but I do need to learn Elvish. So there is an Elvish language in the game. I've already come across it, and I was like, crap, I don't know what this guy's saying to me. I saved him from some wolves. But now I need to go learn Elvish in the game. We need to figure that out. No spoilers. You hear me? Chatwicks. Apparently, there were some rumors there might have been a conflict with Larian and Wizards of the Coast, which was what moved Larian away from doing DLC for Baldur's Gate, but they're denying it. That's all we need to know there. Just buy the DLC to learn Elvish, bro. God damn.
Unacceptable!
Dude, this is going to be the new Capcom meme, isn't it? It probably already has been. I just haven't played a Capcom game in a while. Oh, really? Oh, that's dope, dude. No way, Peaky. Got to the Elven Village and even the menu prompts were in their language. That's insane. Yo, I love it, dude. That's great, bro. How crazy is that? Wow. Yo, did you answer me before about how Antics was doing with all the updates and stuff? Was Antics feeling a little bit better for you? I think what I'm probably going to do is once Antics finishes up the vocation of Mage, I'm just going to take Antics and push straight over into Sorcerer. That way it's like building off of what they already know for the augmented skills and stuff. That will synergize well, I think. Dude, there was so much stuff in chat, I might have missed what you said. If I did, I'm sorry. We've talked about the new Xbox games. They're getting South Park? Planet Zoo and South Park? Oh, we haven't seen this. Okay. Keeping up? Yeah, I know you're quite a bit over leveled. So sorry. I'll try to get up there today. Stars won last night. Let's go. Which, I mean, they should have, but feels good. Looks like Fortnite's getting a FPS mode. Haven't they done this before though? Haven't they like done a versions of the game where you could switch between? I thought they had. Maybe I'm tripping. But let's be fair. If you have the option to play between third person and first person, third person perspective is going to get you wrecked. Or I mean, third person perspective is going to wreck people playing in first person if you can switch between those, like, or if you get to pick between those modes. Third person gives you a much better viewpoint on what's happening. Now, if you can switch between it when you're actually engaging and stuff, then it could have its advantages. But just normally, third person gives you so much more viewpoint on what's going on around you that it's a much better way to play a game in competitive scenarios. But switching between it could be an interesting thing to see what happens. Yeah, third person's insanely beneficial. Yeah. But I could see where you might be engaging with people and being able to switch to first person could have its benefits too. I actually prefer being in first person view whenever I'm like actually engaging with enemies and stuff. Personally. In most games anyways. Some games do it pretty well. Third person. Destiny 2 is terrible though. I'm just playing, bro. Warrior skills almost maxed out too. Nice. Go rogue next. I was actually thinking about going from you know, thief into it depends on what else I unlock, but I might end up going into warrior or something just to stay in the melee focus, I guess. I was kind of planning on going into more magic-based stuff next, but if Antics has it locked down, then I'll probably just focus melee for now. What was that about TF2? Why would anybody want a Jim Ryan bobblehead? Just to, like, crush it? Yo, we're not that far away, guys, from the Fallout show that comes out on the 11th of next month. I mean, we're like a couple weeks away, just over that, and we're gonna watch party it here in the channel, man. So get ready. Yeah, I mean, we talked about this here recently. Shout out to Pinky. Pinky gave us an article talking about the announcement that they were also canceling their story missions and stuff totally. And look, man, I mean, here's Blizzard, dude, breaking promises to their player base and their fan base and their consumers, you know. Great job, Blizzard. You guys are trash. Target practice is always a fun thing for the ball. I was thinking the same thing, Barrett. Go fighter before warrior. Two-handed is slow. Yeah, I was actually kind of thinking. I think that's the best way to go about it. Is like the precursor classes are actually kind of nice as like synergies to build up towards the more advanced classes. I remember that being something that was I kind of thought was a nice thing to do in Dark Arisen as well, but it's been like, dude, 8 years since I played that game, so I appreciate the advice, dude. Yeah, I've got a pretty nice sword too that I can use right now. That Life Stealer sword that I found. I might find another one today though that would be better. I don't know. Might be a bit of a bleak day for the news. Yeah, Ferret. No worries, buddy. Yeah, I mean, if you guys have seen the stuff, I mean, there were like 3 big games that released on the 22nd, right? Princess Peach Showtime, Rise of the Ronin, and Dragon's Dogma 2. And I think that, you know, about what I expected from all of them is what we got. Princess Peach Showtime and Rise of the Ronin are being rated at like mid-70s. Across the board for most people, I think, you know, they're like mid-70s, mid to high 70s, I think is what you get. So it's gonna be one of those kinds of mediocre, you know, it's an okay experience, entertaining enough. I think it's not gonna be something that blows you away necessarily. It's not gonna be super memorable anyways. But Dragon's Dogma, I think, is the one that's really taking the cake right now. Does it have its issues? It does. But so did a game like Helldivers 2, right? Helldivers 2 had its issues also, and it still was something that has been blowing people away. It's stuck for the long haul, obviously, and you know, it's not like games don't come out and have good enough I mean, Pal World was the same way, was it not? Pal World came out and took the gaming world by storm. It's an amazing piece of content, even though it had a lot of really rough edges. People were able to overlook that because it was early access. There was a little bit of expectation there. It's an indie developer, and they're expecting it to get better. You know what I mean? But you know, I think Dragon's Dogma 2, the content's phenomenal. It really is. It's so good. It's so good. It's literally everything and probably more than I was expecting from somebody that spent 130 hours in Dark Arisen and has been waiting 8 years for a sequel, dude, you know, to come out. So it's good, man. It is really good. It's just sucks that this dark cloud of microtransaction crap is hanging over it. It sucks. And hopefully the stuff we get to talk about here in a moment about the updates will be some stuff that fixes a lot of the performance issues. Lightyear Frontier's getting quite a bit of play here. Looking pretty good. Basically like cozy farming sim, but you use a mech. A bit bleak on the news front this morning, man. Coming out of the weekend. Steam players can grab a 9 out of 10 horror puzzle game from an 86 rated studio for free. Let's see what this is. Wait, what? Some unexpected Dragon's Dogma 2 behavior can cause players to lose hours of progress if they aren't careful when loading their saves. What? I haven't experienced anything like that yet. I'm almost 18 hours in. That would suck. Pinky, have you seen anything like that yet? Stay away from crypto gaming bullcrap. It's just a scam, dude. Yeah, me either, dude. Let's go one more page here. Happy birthday, True! Yo, what are you doing for your birthday? Ooh, League of Legends gamers unable to connect as platform suffers server outages. Where is Murdoch at? Dude, Murdoch, you hanging this morning? Is Murdoch hanging out? Murdoch's our LOL player. LOL aficionado. We've talked about that. We already know about this too. Final Fantasy XIV expansion is launching a bit later than expected to give way for the Elden Ring DLC, the Erd Tree stuff. Have lunch with my mom and Nana. My Nana's birthday was Saturday, and we usually celebrate together. Oh, well, that's sweet. Cool. Well, tell Nana I said what's up. And Mama. Well, tell Nana we all said, happy flipping birthday, Nana. Where are you guys getting lunch at? What kind of food, anyways? You gonna get Nana all lit up, dude? Buy Nana a bunch of birthday drinks? Nana be dropping it like it's hot, dude. Getting some lunch with True today. Sushi? Yeah, it's sake time, baby. Nana gonna be lit. Let's go, dog. I love it. Yo, let's... Heck yeah, dude. Yeah. We'll stick with this. We don't have a lot of articles today, but it's cool. Can she? Yeah, nice, dude. Sake is just like nothing for me, dude. It always has been. I don't know. Probably because I drank too much whiskey. Just sake. I was expecting sake. You know, I never really had sake till I think I prefer it warm, but I'll drink it either way, you know? Yeah. I haven't had any in quite some time, actually. I haven't had any in a while. Yeah. And it was funny because the first time I was ever going to have sake was whenever I was living out in California. You know, I got way into like sushi, and we had a really nice Japanese steakhouse out there that we would go to and stuff. And so I started, you know, getting way into sushi. Sushi was so good out there. And that was the first time I had sake was out there. And I expected it to be either bitter or like, you know, kind of more rough than it was. But it's so smooth. It's just so smooth and chill. I don't know. Sake was, and maybe we just had some really, you know, we're drinking really good stuff out there. I don't know. It's so smooth. Yeah, it's ridiculous. You know, I always drank Crown Royal for whiskey, and one of the reasons I always liked Crown was because of how smooth I thought it was. You know, for me, Crown Royal was like the jam because I liked how smooth it was. But even compared to like smooth whiskey, dude, the sake we would drink out there was like nothing. It was just like, I could just chug it. There's like nothing to it, dude. It was good. Yeah. Like water. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Compared to like the stuff that I was usually drinking, you know, it was nothing. Well, I hope you have a great day, dude. Yeah, I hope you have a great day. That's awesome. Eat some extra sushi for me, please. I ate way too much food last night. I was feeling terrible this morning. You know, my wife made me, I had some leftover spicy honey, and there was only about a quarter of the container left. And so I had some sesame sticks and we had some almonds, and I was like, I think we're doing this like purging of our kitchen right now where we haven't gone shopping in a while. So we're like eating our way through our cupboards, eating our way through our refrigerator and everything, right? So we're kind of we've taken like a week off from going shopping for the most part, besides just real necessities. So we're like just eating our way through things that have kind of, you know, piled up, maybe, if you know what I mean, that needed to be eaten before they went bad and stuff like that, because that can happen. Yeah, and so we're in the process of doing that right now. I think my wife's actually going to be going shopping early this week, but because it's getting kind of bare. It's getting pretty bare. But what we did was we took some of that honey and we took a bunch of raw almonds and sesame sticks and like just coated them up and then kind of low heat roasted them in the oven and coated them, you know. Oh my God, they're so good, dude. So good. And I was just sitting there watching the hockey game last night, just like pounding, flipping sesame sticks and almonds. I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop. My guts were a little bit pissed off this morning when I woke up, because I woke up at like 4 to go for a run. And yeah, it was like my stomach was a little bit pissed. It was probably worth it, dude. They were really good. All right, let's get in here. Hope the sushi's awesome, True. Happy birthday again. You deserve an amazing day. You're an amazing person, and we appreciate you. Capcom lists Dragon's Dogma 2 update plans, including new game and I'm guessing this is supposed to be New Game Plus, and a 30 FPS cap. What? The updates are coming in the near future. We have a post from Soup there, too, on Twitter. That's probably what they're going to be linking in here anyways, but Capcom has detailed some of its planned updates for Dragon's Dogma 2 in a tweet on the game's official Twitter account. A list of updates planned for the near future was provided. This includes the ability to start a new game. Oh, just new game. Yeah, okay. They had this locked behind microtransaction, right? I'm pretty sure. The ability to start a new game when existing save data is already present, something players have complained is currently impossible. isn't currently possible, right? Also changes the number of art of metamorphosis items available to buy at pawn guilds to 99. These items allow the player to change their character's appearance, but are currently quite scarce. Players can buy one with microtransactions.
My name is Pinky cheered X100.
My name is
so you
Pinky.
can G the upcoming extra 1 FPS new DD2 DLC Kappa.
Bro, thanks, dog. Oh, I totally will. Yo, yeah. We'll be hitting 61 frames per second and 21 frames per second in towns now. Thanks, brother. Yeah, thanks, dude. So players can buy one with microtransactions. Disgusting. A move which led to some accusing Capcom of putting character editing partially behind a paywall. Yep. Console versions of the game will also be getting options to toggle motion blur and ray tracing, as well as the option to set the game's frame rate to either variable, which it currently is, or to a 30 FPS cap. Game currently has an uncapped frame rate, which means it can sometimes go under or over 30 frames per second, depending on the situation. Even though an uncapped frame rate can sound good on paper, a game whose frame rate is constantly changing can also result in juddery, inconsistent pacing, which can be distracting. By adding a 30 FPS lock, players will be able to get a more consistent level of performance. All platforms are getting the option to start a new game when save data already exists. Why it wasn't there in the first place? Changing the number of art metamorphosis items available at pawn guilds in the game to 99, making the quests that allow players to acquire their own dwelling where they can save and rest available earlier in the game, miscellaneous text display fixes, miscellaneous bug fixes, PS5 and Xbox Series X, adding the option to switch motion blur on and off, as well as ray tracing on and off, adding the option to set frame rate to either variable or max. It's always on variable right now, but they're giving the option to cap the frame rate now on the consoles. Steam, improving quality when DLSS super resolution is enabled. We'll see. I hope. Fixing the issue where models appear low quality under some specific settings. Well, it was, yeah, I don't know. I think what it will maybe prevent the hardware from doing on some of the consoles is from throttling. You know what I mean? I think that might be what they're hoping it'll do. We'll see how it works. Because what it is it's a variable 30 frame rate, right? So it'll like kind of pop above it sometimes and it'll drop below, and it's always trying to kind of sit at that. So I think they're thinking that like maybe if they cap it at 30, then it'll get a bit more stable instead of the hardware throttling all the time and trying to push above it. We'll, you know what I mean? I don't know. It sounds like that's what they're trying to do. I don't know how much it's really going to help. This does not sound like as much as I was hoping to come out of the first patch for this game when we're 4 days after the release by a big company like Capcom. I'll be honest here. We'll see. We'll see. But this is a link to exactly what we just talked about and on their Twitter post, and we'll see what happens. Days Gone developer Ben Studio is working on a AAA live service game. A new job listing wants candidates with experience in live service operations. The studio behind Days Gone is now working on a AAA live service game. As originally spotted by Game Rant, Ben Studio has posted a job listing looking for a lead project manager in game development. Sony Ben Studio, world-class creator of Days Gone, Uncharted, Golden Abyss, and Siphon Filter, is seeking out outstanding talent to join our passionate and creative family in crafting our next high-profile AAA title. The description reads, it goes on to say that their role will be to plan and track release schedules against the defined live roadmap, and that they will have to be able to lead the team in its key phases of development, which it identifies as pre-production, production, and live services. Later says the candidate will require a deep understanding of game development cycles, processes, and latest trends, with an emphasis on live operations, and hands-on game development experience in leadership roles shipping AAA live service games. Also says that ideally the successful applicant will have experience redefining studios from traditional box product focused game development into live service development studios in a key leadership role, making it all but certain that Ben's next game will have live service elements as its central focus. Back in 2021, Sony confirmed that Ben was working on a new IP, which was building on the deep open-world systems they developed with Days Gone. Not clear if the job being advertised is for this same project. Days Gone was met with mixed reviews when it was released on the PS4 in 2019, resulting in a Metacritic score of 71, but developed a cult following. A few years later, the game's director, John Garvin, who had by then left Bend, blamed the critical reception on technical issues and woke reviewers, who he claims couldn't be bothered to play the game, claims that Bend subsequently distanced itself from. Yeah, there's some weird stuff that came out by the sentiments here, what happened after, and the wokeness, and what pushed people away from this game. I mean, I don't know, dude. That was kind of weird. It was odd. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what Bend Studios brings us next as a live service title. Which seems like that's what everybody wants to do right now, right? A trailer for Sonic Toys Party, a mobile game similar to Fall Guys, has seemingly leaked. The game supports up to 32 players at once. A trailer for an apparent new Sonic mobile game that looks similar to Fall Guys is being shared online. The game, which is called Sonic Toys Party, was initially shown by YouTube channel The Sonic Show. Appears to support up to 32 players and features a variety of stages in which players compete to qualify. The footage shows stages where players have to reach the end first and another where they have to defeat enemies, suggesting there are different win conditions for each stage. Playable characters seen in the trailer include Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Shadow, Amy, Eggman, Metal Sonic, and Rouge. Some players can also be seen with cosmetic items such as top hats, masks, and is that KO companions? Following the trailer's leak, Sonic news site Sonic Stadium added more information from its source. A user called Midori, who had previously said a Fall Guys style Sonic game was in development. According to the source, the trailer shows beta footage that was recorded last summer and intended for internal use only, and as such, the final game may look different. If we're able to watch it, is this DMCA'd already? No, it's not. It's not. Okay, look. Here's the deal. We'll watch this real quick. But here's the reality of the situation. This is quite potentially going to get DMCA'd. So this section of watching this video might end up getting pulled out of this video gaming news segment for being posted onto YouTube and stuff like that, depending on how this gets addressed moving forward by Sega. And we'll just see what happens. But let's go ahead and take a look real quick, okay? Remember, this is a pretty early content for this game. Oh, dude, it's so Fall Guys. Jesus Christ. Oh, but also so not Fall Guys. Interesting. Soup's gonna be all over this. What? Mobile? So many Sonics, I know. But which one's the real one? Yeah, Peter. Shadow for the win. Let's go. Interesting. But he has ray tracing, right? So here's the other thing I think to consider here. With a game like this, you would have to expect them to do things like, you know, for instance, let me give you an example. Sega now owns Rovio, right? So do they add in Angry Birds characters, or do they add in, like what you've seen with something like Fall Guys, do they add in unlockable, customizable cosmetics that allow you to make your characters look like different things or whatever. Maybe make them look like Angry Birds or something like that. You know, just it's something that we've seen something like Fall Guys do, right? This is going to be a mobile game. You have to understand there's going to be, you know, some kind of microtransactions in it. You know, there's no doubt about it. So I'm guessing a large amount of it's going to be cosmetics and maybe character unlocks, things like that. So we'll see what happens. The game is reportedly set for release in June or July. Will be a pillar mobile title that Sega will be using to experiment with mobile online games, and collaborations are planned with Sega and other third-party IPs such as Persona and Saint Seiya. It's also claimed that the game won't be tied to any subscription service like Apple Arcade or Netflix. Yeah, okay. Interesting. We'll see what happens. See what happens with this. New Xbox games, March 25th through the 31st. Next week, another 21 new Xbox games, including Planet Zoo and South Park Snow Day, are coming to the platform. So, prepare your backlog, everybody. Another 21 new Xbox games are launching on Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, and PC next week. One of which will join the other games coming to Game Pass. Let's get the list here. March 26th, Bulwark, Falconeer Chronicles, Grandia HD Collection, Planet Zoo, South Park Snow Day, Terra Invicta. March 27th is Sunny Cafe, Super Space Club, The True, Terra Memoria, and March 28th, Aereo, Mars 2120, One Last Breath, Open Roads. This looks like a cool game. Stasis Bone Totem. What was that? The Master's Pupil. March 29th, 7 Days Heroes. Forwarder Hero. House. Retouring. And it looks like that's it. There is a list at the bottom of the games, but every single one of these games does have a trailer. I'm not watching them all, but if you're interested, they are there for you to take a look at, okay? So I'll link you this. There are some decent ones in there for sure. Steam players can grab a free game. Is that what we're getting here? Test it. Steam players can grab a 9 out of 10 horror puzzle game from an 86 rated studio for free. Let's see. A space. Oh, I think we already hit on this, guys. Maybe not. A Space for the Unbound was one of the breakout successes of last year. In 2024, the studio behind the indie smash hit launched a free game on Steam, and it's one of the platform's hidden gems. Test is a horror puzzle game that Steam players can pick up completely free. Let's check it out. Yeah, we already covered this because I already have it. We covered this already. But I'll link this. Take a look. It's pretty sure we had. And I'll give you this as well if you want to read more about it, but we have covered this previously. So there are your links to take a look and see if you might want to grab that game for free. You can't beat free content. Speaking of free content, Epic Games right now, Call of the Wild, the Angler, you got, 3 days left? 3 days? Call of the Wild, the Angler, and Invincible presents Adam Eve. This is more like a visual novel, choices matter kind of situation. But both of these are free. You can't really argue with free content. Then, starting on Thursday morning, you'll be able to get islets for free, and these will no longer be available. So don't forget to get your free content and get prepared for grabbing islets this coming week, okay? Or this coming Thursday. This should have been with the Dragon's Dogma stuff, but let's touch on this. Dragon's Dogma 2 players must be super careful when loading their saves. Is this on all platforms or what? So, Dragon's Dogma 2 players need to be super careful when loading their saves as their the load from last in rest option will delete their manual save file. This behavior has been described as unexpected by some fans who claim to have lost hours of progress after picking the wrong resume option from the Dragon's Dogma 2 main menu. I see. Yeah, okay. So, this is what this comes down to. I've been pretty careful so far of selecting the one that I knew would be the save that I knew I would need. But what's weird here is that apparently, if you accidentally select one of these that isn't a save that you end up wanting, it can overwrite. Like if you select the in save, it will automatically overwrite. You won't any longer have the last save made. It's like wiping those or something. It looks like it's on all platforms. Oh, wait, what were you talking about, Peter? On the Dragon's Dogma stuff or something we were talking about previously? This is all platforms. So basically, this is what this comes down to. Dragon's Dogma 2 players should be advised that using the load from last in rest option in the main menu will automatically overwrite their only manual save. Some fans have claimed that to have already lost hours of progress due to this unexpected behavior. The game's sole manual save slot is also constantly overwritten by autosaves. Right. Yeah. So my advice here would be the game, anytime you see that circle come up in the game, it's auto saving, right? You can also go into the menu of the game and just go save and continue. And that's like your manual save. I don't think there's a hotkey or anything for it right now on PC, but you can go into the menu. I haven't looked to see if there's a hotkey. Pinky, do you know? But you can just go into the menu and go save and continue. And that's like a manual save for you, right? Here's the problem. Apparently, if you die or whatever and you were under the assumption that your most recent save was a save at an end, but it might not have been, and you select that save, then it's wiping your manual save or your auto save stuff. So I don't know if this is totally confirmed or not, right? But I think the best thing you can do to save yourself a bit of grief right now until this is worked out, all the ins and outs of this. No, use ins. You still need to use the ins to rest and stuff. My advice would be, if you need to load your manual save first. Load your manual save first to see if that's the save you need. Then if you go, this isn't the save I need, I have a more current one from an in, then go back into the menu, go, because there's an option to not even save and just go back to the main menu, and then you can load your save from the last in save, and then do that one. If that's, but you should probably be doing your manual save or your auto save first to make sure that that's not the save that you need before you go load your in save if you're not sure. So you still need to use ins. Ins are good for resting, or I guess you can camp, but I think that it might be only the ins, resting at the ins. Dragon's Dogma 2 is really good, dude. It's really good. It's a weird thing. The performance needs improvement. The content is phenomenal. It's really good. I do think that this is going to be a big contender for awards this year. Content is really, really good. I'm only roughly 18 hours. I'm almost 18 hours in right now, so I've still got some more that I need to look at and play to give you a full breakdown of pros and cons for me. It is, for the most part, exactly what I was hoping for and expecting over what I loved about Dark Arisen, which I put 130 hours into. It's phenomenal. I love it. Yeah, it's the two things, first of all, I want people to understand about the game is what Capcom has done with microtransactions and building the game around making people feel like they might need to use microtransactions is disgusting. I think it will always put a dark cloud and a bad vibe on this game as a whole because of what they did there, as well as the performance is not totally there, especially in towns. In towns, your performance drags. I am well over hardware requirements, right? And I'm not talking minimal. I'm talking, recommended hardware requirements for this game. I'm well over the recommendations. And I have all of my visual settings cranked down as far down as I can. I'm not even running my native resolution on my monitor. DLSS Ultra Performance Mode, everything. I have extras like visual settings turned off, like blooming, ray tracing, all that stuff's turned off. And dude, I'll go into a town with a bunch of NPCs and my frames tank. It gets really, really clunky. So there's this game needs a little bit of love on the performance side. The content, how good the content is, makes up for that, I do feel like. So I'm just hoping Capcom takes care of the performance stuff pretty quick. If you're not in a town, it's not too bad. I'm getting pretty constant 60 frames, but my settings are still cranked way down. I'd like the game to look a little bit better, perform a little bit better, so it looked a little bit better too, Yeah, I think just across the board, the game needs more optimization through all platforms. The other thing that, there's something about the way the game is developed, and there'll be varying opinions about what I'm about to say here. I'm not a fan of the water still being lava, as it were. The previous entries were like this too. The open world environment is so very well built in this game. And I'm not a big fan of how far we've come with technology and game development and stuff like that. The fact that that Capcom is still running this whole notion of anytime you go in the water, you die. This world is built so very well that I would rather see them make use of the water as a explorable environment to some extent as well. Yeah, so the other games were like that also, and to me nowadays it feels more lazy than anything else. It feels like they were like, well, it was like that before, and then so we'll just get away with it, and because people were like, well, that's the way the previous games were, and we won't have to worry about working on any of the development of anything water based. It'll just be, well, if you go in the water, you die, which makes it really easy for them, right? So knee deep, right? Exactly. Yeah, that's it. And so the thing that sucks about it is it can be really brutal is, if an NPC gets knocked in the water or something, they're dead. If a pawn gets knocked in the water, they're dead, right? It's just like, I had it happen yesterday. I was fighting a Minotaur. There was a small river. A Minotaur knocked one of my pawns in the water. Gone. Can't do anything about it. And it was just a tiny little stream, but it was deeper than knee deep, right? You couldn't walk through it. Done. Couldn't get them out. It's like, God dang, dude. It's just, it feels so bad that they went so lazy with that. I knocked an NPC off a cliff into the water. Bro, when I first started the game, I yeeted one of the first NPCs in the game that is like guiding you to the town or whatever. I picked him up and yeeted him off a cliff into the water, but he auto respawned. So, I mean, overall the game's fantastic. I would have preferred to see Capcom not be lazy and actually let you explore the water nowadays. I think that even I was more accepting of it back in like 2016. It was like, okay, whatever. It's not as easy to do the open world stuff. Not that game development's ever easy, but we've come a long ways, right? We've come a long ways. They got away with it in the past. Come on, man. Don't be lazy. I pick people up. I pick enemies up all the time, Peter. I love it. It's flipping hilarious. I'll be chunking people all the time, dude. It's so funny. But I mean, that's kind of my experience so far. Once I get a lot more time in the game, I'll give a pretty thorough critique and breakdown of the game and my experience and everything like that. Content-wise, I mean, it's phenomenal. It's everything that I wanted, hoped, and expected the game would be, and even more than that, I think, over the Dark Arisen game I played in 2016, you know. I put 130 hours in that game. I loved that game. And this game feels phenomenal. It's content-wise just so good, dude. So good. I'm a thief right now, but I'm about to hit the max on my vocation, maybe even today, so I'll probably switch over into some other melee class. My pawn is a mage, or a mage, and I'll probably take my pawn into being a sorcerer next. Yeah. So, having a good time with it, man. Really, really enjoying it. And so I'm going to keep plugging away. I wish they wouldn't have done the microtransaction stuff. It's really gross to see Capcom do that. And hopefully they get the performance stuff fixed pretty quick. But I would say that anybody on any platform right now, if you're not sure which save is the best one to use to load a game, load your manual save or the last save made option first is what it'll be called. I think that's what it's called. Last save made. Then if that's not the one you want, go back and try to load from the last in rest. And because doing this potentially can wreck that other save slot. So just be careful with that. And this is the last I have for the day. For the news, and then we'll start playing some Dragon's Dogma 2 Day 4 here, baby. So, oh yeah, you're a thief too? Nice, dude. Yeah, I enjoy it. I like stealing stuff from enemies, dude. It's fun. Yeah, the thief's fun. I like it. I like being able to like throw the rope out and like pull on guys, and I like being able to like steal things from guys whenever they're down on the ground and everything. It's fun, dude. I like rogues. I like thieves. You know, I like that class a lot. So there are different I like mages a lot too. So I was thinking about using a mage also, and that's probably after my pawn gets finished being a mage and a sorcerer, then I'll probably move into being a magic user. But my pawn, I'm having to do that first. So eventually I'll work my way through all the vocations. The game really does prompt you to move through all vocations because your augmented skills are usable by by your character all the time, as long as you've worked through the vocations, the different classes, and unlocked them and everything, you know. So it's really cool that you can find cool synergies to use and everything. This dude. Oh, Jesus. All right, let's go. Last article for the day. We'll go play some Dragon's Dogma 2, okay? So, League of Legends down. Thousands of gamers unable to connect as platform suffers server outage, man. We'll have to talk to Murdoch. We'll have to talk to Murdoch and see what Murdoch, if Murdoch experienced anything, if he's been playing. Thousands of League of Legends players struggled to access the game Sunday night. Over 2,000 gamers reported problems with the platform as of 8 p.m. Eastern Time. According to Down Detector, the site reported that the majority of issues were related to server connection. Not working for me, can't press play, and client not loading. What's going on? One gamer wrote on Down Detector. Reports are still high. After issues started to rise at 8 p.m. Eastern, reports of problems still remained high on Down Detector. Still over 2,100 gamers reporting issues with server connection at the moment. League of Legends explain. Oh, no. Interesting. Huh. Still high, huh? Yeah. So that's about all we got. But Riot put out a Riot Games status service site isn't reporting any issues with any of their games, including League of Legends, despite over 2,700 reports of the outage on Down Detector. And then there was this. Gamers were slamming League of Legends client as broken and unusable. Interesting. Yeah, they were trying to like deny it, but apparently there were an amount of people that were having issues. We'll try to keep up with this and see what's going on. Well, we'll see if we can talk to Murdoch later, if Murdoch's around. Murdoch plays LOL a good amount, I think, and we'll see if Murdoch had any issues, you know. But that's the jam, dude. That's the jam. A little bit bleak on the news front this morning, but it happens, dude. Sometimes between Sunday and Monday it can get like that. But great news segment nonetheless. Appreciate it, guys. Good talk this morning with discussing all the, trying to protect ourselves from the more terrible organizations in the industry and stuff. We have those talks a lot, but, we got to protect ourselves. Nobody's going to do it for us. So we got to remain hyper aware and vigilant about what's going on in the industry, in my opinion, and support the good companies and not supporting the bad companies, and a lot of these things that they're doing to us. But we'll go play some Dragon's Dogma 2 for the day. It'll be a lot of fun. We'll have a great time. I hope everybody had a fantastic weekend, and I hope the start to your week is going very, very well. If anybody's been hanging out this morning, you're not familiar with what we do around here. We are live 6 days a week. We start at 6 a.m. CST CDT. That would be 7 a.m. Eastern or 4 a.m. Pacific time. We don't stream on Wednesdays, but every other day we start at those times, and we kick it off with video gaming news every day to stay current with what's happening in the video gaming industry, discuss what's happening with all these different kinds of things, and just try to promote a healthier place for all of us to enjoy the world of video games as consumers and gaming enthusiasts. If you can dig that, come be a part of it, man. We're always looking for more good peoples to be part of our community and engage in what we do here, whether it be the video gaming news segments or playing, the gameplay playthroughs and stuff that we always have after we conclude the video gaming news segments, which is what we're about to slide into right now. So we got an awesome community here, amazing people, always taking care of one another, cultivating an awesome, welcoming environment for people to be a part of, a safe space for people. We have a lot of good times, a lot of laughs and everything, but it is always about a place being void of negativity and toxicity. Just trying to be uplifting for everybody, spreading good vibes, and if you can dig that, we're always looking for more people to be a part of it. So come on down here and check out what we're about, and we're always glad to have more people be a part of this amazing community that we're building here. So other than that, man, stay healthy, stay safe, be kind. Happy Monday, and we will catch everybody tomorrow for March 26th edition of Video Gaming News. I'm not going anywhere. We're going to get ready for a nice 5 or 6 hours probably of some Dragon's Dogma 2 here. But I'm going to run us an outro real quick, and as soon as it's over, we will start getting prepared for gameplay. You guys rock. I'll be right back.